out to Leszewski. Leszewski for three. Got it!
Money, huddle, gotta, cuddle, lot of orders, dollars, quarters.
Welcome back, Irish fans, to Breaking Down BREY'S podcast. Today's just me, no Jake, no Luke, no special guests or anything. But today, I'm going to be starting a new series. It's called Breaking Down the Tape. In this series, I'm going to watch full games of players. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the full games because that would be a really long time. I can put the link in the description or whatever, or the comments. But for this series, it's mostly just going to be showing you guys what I see when I analyze players. I'm not a scout or anything, but I just go off of what I experienced when I played for a long time. I still play, but not really like that. But I'll show you guys what I notice about a player, what he does well in my opinion, what he could work on. In my opinion, it's not the same as every other guy, just you're never going to have exactly the same opinion as somebody about a player, especially with all the different skills that they have. But the first guy I'm going to do is Elijah Taylor. There's only one full game on YouTube about him, but I'm going to go with him first. I think he'll be a semi-easy guy to analyze. I'll probably also do this with Matt Zona and Tony Sanders. And the next one will probably be analyzing the Blake versus JR game. But that's all for the intro. Let's get into it. Here's some clips from the game, and I'm just going to voice them over. Most appealing things about Elijah Taylor and his game is his impact on the boards. A lot of people think, including myself, that one day he could be that John Mooney type of rebounder. Maybe not to that extent, but here you see his physicality. That's one of the best things about him. You see he just jumped higher than the guy there after he shouldered him. I think they called that a travel actually, and not a foul on him. But here you can also see his closing speed. Once the shot goes up, he's right in there. He slips through the guys, and he goes up and gets it. One thing I'll say about his rebounding is a lot of the time he might be out of position, but still I think he could be a really good rebounder because of his athleticism and all that. Now onto his defense and hustle. The other thing I think is really worth noting is Elijah Taylor's defense and his hustle. I really like this possession here that shows it off. He's just everywhere on this possession. He comes up to help on the screen. You see that, and then he hustles back down to get his guy. I don't know. It's just really good rotation on this possession. I don't want to go too far into it. He doesn't get the rebound. Like I said, he can be out of position sometimes, but I think he's really instinctual. He really rotates well on defense, stuff like that. But I would like to talk about his hustle a little bit too. He described himself to me as a physical spark, and he plays with all his heart and soul. Again here, he comes up on the screen, then makes the play. Just another example of his hustle and his instinctual stuff on defense. There's an example of him using his athleticism on the block, and then here's just pure hustle, just faster than everybody, going to get the ball, even if he doesn't end up with it. But now onto his offensive skill set. One of the last things I have before I get to the overall takeaways is his offensive skill set. In my opinion, his face-up game is maybe the best part of his offensive game. He does come off pick and rolls and stuff, but I really like his face-up game in the post. You can see he does it here, did it on the last possession with that spin move. This one he doesn't finish, but it's frankly impressive he didn't get blocked on that. This one I think is just showing you a shot. I don't think he made this shot, but he comes off the screen, he rolls off of it. He's open. You get a look at his jump shot there, a little bit of a slower release. That one doesn't go in, but in this game he shot around 50% from three. Not terrible. Here, I really like his physicality. He goes straight to the basket. He gets all the way. It goes in, just bad camera work. There was another three he made that had bad camera work, so I didn't put it in. But I think Elijah Taylor, as you see here, he's going to go up, get fouled. But I don't think he's going to be the offensive threat maybe Mooney and Bonzi were. But I do think he could be a help on offense. Those moves down low, the bruiser kind of guy he is, that could really help us. I think he only scored like 11 points per game at Peach Jam. I think those are his only stats out. I don't know if he's going to be a really high volume scorer. especially considering the guys in his class like Zona and guys around him like Cormac Ryan and JR, Blake Wesley potentially. I don't know how much of an offensive role he's going to have, but there you can see he hits a three. I think his offensive game is a little bit better developed than a lot of guys would think, but I just don't know if he'll be that high volume guy that maybe some people were expecting. I think he's going to be more of a guy who does everything right and just a good guy for energy and a good guy to have around there. So now on to my overall takeaways. Let's get into it. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good performance from Taylor. I thought it represented his game really well. In the game, I thought he had really great size and athleticism like always. He looked a lot bigger than he does in, say, this clip. I think he really bulked up going into his senior year. I think his body is probably ready for the college level, so that's really good. He moves really well for his size. As you can see, he was on the closing speed at times. He's getting up and down the court really fast for a big man. He did have some small mistakes, like being out of position for rebounds, taking a couple bad shots, but overall, I thought he was pretty good. If he can get the release a little faster on his shot, it'll be great. I think he will probably be a decent three-point shooter in the ACC, but not too much else to say. He's more of a physical, do the dirty work kind of player. I don't think he'll be a scoring juggernaut, maybe like Bonzi Colson was. That's a good comparison for him. But I don't know if he'll be a super high-volume scorer. But, yeah, that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for watching. Here's the outro. So there it is. That's all the clips. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully we can get some more interviews, or we can have Nathan on or somebody else so we can talk again. But that's all I have for this one. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the series. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's cheesy, but apparently, like, I looked at our thing and like 80% of the people that watch our videos aren't subscribed. They just come from Twitter. So subscribe. It makes us look a little bit more credible if you do. And once we get to, like, I think it's 1,000 subscribers, then we can go live and we can do live videos with you guys and stuff. But for now, that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Go Irish. Peace.